I'm loving this direction. I'm loving everything
It's so good.
Yeah. I forgot it's even a freaking Batman spinoff.
Yeah.
Anzo, if you're still watching, watch it and don't even think it's part of the Batman universe.
Mhm.
Just
But you
think of it as a
can't.
mob show.
But you
100.
can't. No, not this episode.
Not this episode. This episode is like kind of hard to do.
It's
Mhm.
all about, it's the reaction of what happened to that in that movie. Like
Yeah.
when realizing that this is a whole huge city, and there are a lot of people that had to deal with the consequences of what happened that day.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think what I'm liking about this universe in particular, like this version of Batman, is like I've said many times. I not only I enjoy the world building aspect of it, but not only that, I like that they're branching out and showing things from the perspective of other characters other than just Bruce Wayne. I don't think we've really seen too much of that in live action, especially not to this much an extent. I'm actively rooting for the character of Oz.
Yeah, but remember, he's not a good guy.
He's not a
Yeah.
good
That's
guy,
what you have to do.
but he's an engaging bad guy.
Yeah.
Um,
there's
Say
only
that,
one
and then you won't
character.
remember.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying there's only one character I'm actually rooting for, and it's Vic.
Yeah.
Victor's the only one I'm
Exactly.
rooting for, and I know Oz is gonna screw him over, and I don't know if he kills him or not, but he's gonna screw him over really, really bad.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be
Vic-
really
Vic is
upsetting.
going to end up taking the hit for everything. He's going to go to
I
jail
think so.
for
I think
everything.
so. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because like in this episode, it already showed like that the Penguin doesn't care. He'll throw you under the bus.
Like leaving Sophia at the end.
Well, no, even before that, like he's the
Wait,
one that ratted
are we
her out.
talking about this now, or are we?
Yeah, we're already into it. I figured we'll just jump right into it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know.
We didn't even do the intro, but it's all good. We'll just keep going because we're already discussing it.
In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
Might as well, right? I mean, but that's how good the show is. It's like as soon as you start talking about it, it's just like it engulfs you. It's just like, man, like everything, especially this episode, because it was a very heavy Victor episode, and I also feel like Sophia was still like
Sophia is still very important in this whole thing.
And
understanding what happened and then how Oz totally just screwed her over.
Yeah,
set her up 100%.
Yeah,
that was so
with the male penguin. Bold choice.
They went with a male penguin. Bold choice. Let's see how it works out for him, Cotton.
Yeah, but he's the ultimate rat, and he gets called out on it, so it's so. But even like this episode being really about Vic, I feel the first one was about Penguin. The second one, was it the second one or last week was big into Sophia. And then this one was like setting up Vic. You do got PTSD, which I don't blame him.
I think this was half and half of Vic and Sophia because I've been interested in Vic since the first episode. I thought that was a very interesting character, and now we get to see him behind his life, the reason why how he got here. Understand you connected with him so immediately, seeing his family, seeing how the his life that he was living beforehand, that he was a good kid overall, coming from a good family. Half Dominican, half Mexican family, which is crazy because you don't see that. But but seeing those things and knowing that he had a girlfriend, he had a life, had a sister, making good decisions and all those things growing up and coming from a hard-working family. Dad's mechanic, kind of gave us more clarity into this character, and I thought that was a huge part of this episode. And then seeing the flood hit his apartment and seeing his parents die like almost immediately.
Man. That
was crazy. After seeing the joy between them and him having to watch it, how you said PTSD, that's exactly what it is. I mean, but this is what shows should do. if you're based on a movie, you should see it from the character's point of view. This tragedy that happens and made you really understand how big this tragedy was, how these explosions weren't expected. This was just something that happened and it ruined his life.
Wow.
And then so even with that, and then the idea that Oz was going to let him go.
Yeah, he was free.
Vic could have left and went with his girlfriend and went to California and tried to make it there and been happy or whatever, been safe, been the person he wanted to. And you saw in the car him contemplating that and then realizing that he's not a victim and that he's making his own choices. You saw him look at her and make his own choice that I'm staying here. I'm choosing to be here now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what Brandman just said, in for a penny, in for a pound. And I think that's what's happening to his life. And that's why this episode was so huge for Vic specifically.
What do you guys think about with they had their argument in the bathroom, right? And then it really seemed like a breakup almost, right? It was like a relationship, where like Penguin is like oh, you're breaking my heart, like go leave me, go do that, I don't want you here anymore anyway, so it felt like his heart got broken almost, and it was really well done when it came to that.
I don't know how you felt about this, B, but I felt like we saw Oz's humanity, like
exactly
a human connection to specifically Vic. So we saw Vic, right? That he felt like he was something like himself. We didn't know how much like himself until this episode that he was Sophia's driver the exact same way. And then because I'm more than what they're making me do or making me seem like I am. And I'm going to force myself to be that. And that's why he was projecting that onto Vic. But now Vic has chosen to be that thing. That's huge.
Yeah. That's like Oz kind of, like you said, kind of showed that side of himself. And there were times where I kind of wonder if he was being sincere, especially in the scene, in the bathroom scene with Victor, or was he kind of manipulating or gaslighting him to see if he would stay around? Like I said, that's why I find myself really, really engaged by the character.
Yeah.
So kind of because he is very much a he's working any angle he can, because really all he ultimately cares about is power, being the top dog in Gotham. So it kind of keeps you guessing, like,
but I think
what's sincere and what's not.
I think because he doesn't see Vic as another person, he's looking at Vic, he sees him as himself. So he could be that selfish and still care about Vic, because he's really saying, I care about me.
Yeah. So if I do good, you do good, so yeah.
But no, he sees Vic as himself. This is how I wanted someone to treat me. So I'm going to do this because this is my reflection of how I wanted it to be. So he's giving Vic the opportunity that he wanted to have.
Yeah.
So he's really doing it for himself, to make himself feel good. So that emotional connection they have is real, but it's not really about Vic. It's about Penguin. It's about Oz having that connection with Oz, and Oz still looking out for Oz, even when he's using Vic to be that person.
Yeah.
But it's still about him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're spot on with it. Like, but then I know something's going to happen, and he's going to betray him. He's going to betray him because then he's going to realize that he goes, now I got to pick, you or me. You know what I mean?
I'm always going to pick me.
Yeah. But even then, like that's still a good comparison, because it's going to be like, you're the young version of me, and I'm the me now. So it's like, yeah, I'm always gonna pick me now than what I was back then, kind of thing.
And then he always rationalizes it and says, "I expect you could bounce back. You're young. You could bounce back. If you're like me, you'll figure your way out of this."
Yeah. And you know what? I never noticed. He says that a lot. He goes, "Oh, when I was there, I did this, and when I was in your position, I did that." It's constantly. It's always I did this when I was doing what you were doing, kind of thing.
So he sees him as himself.
He's getting so much better with being like on his quick. When he got like it wasn't pulled over, but the cops came in with the parking thing. Yeah,
he had all those drugs on him.
Yeah, well, but he didn't. Luckily the cop didn't know. But it's like he sees the money, and like he paused for a second. I'm like, what was he gonna do? What's he gonna say? And he's like, "What money?" I was like, "That's good."
Yeah,
that was good.
That was really good.
I didn't even see that coming. Yeah, yeah. And then the cop is like, "All right, get out of here." Damn it, corrupt cops. So. But even when he's telling him the story, like Penguin's all like hyped, it's like, then what happened? Then what happened? Oh,
you did what? Like
he was so proud.
Yeah, so it was almost like this is what I would do in this situation.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you stepping up and doing what I would have done.
Yeah,
figured a way out.
Yeah. So Bob Bayer said it's watchable for something with Colin Farrell. So I guess you don't like him.
But, I've come to like Colin Farrell more and more in recent years. I think over the past 10 or 12 years, I've just really come to respect him more as an actor. Probably even longer before that. I think ever since In Bruges, I've just liked him more and more.
Yeah, and it's so hard. He's so unrecognizable in this show. He really, really, really is. It's really hard.
He's and even without the prosthetics, he's just completely immersed himself in the role. The prosthetics, I'm not seeing Colin Farrell, I'm seeing the Penguin, which is awesome.
Like it's an actual person kind of thing.
Yeah.
He does the walk really good. The accent, like the really shitty like New York,
like the New York accent. Italian wise guy accent.
Yeah.
I really like the angle he's gone with the character, and he really makes it his own. I'd watch. I know this is going to be a one-off season, but I'd watch more than one. I really like Kristen Milioti on the show too. I think for all the comedy that she's done in the past, she's just as scary and convincingly unpredictable as she is funny in all of her comedy content that she's done in the past.
It's funny though, because her eyes, she's this huge, this wide-eyed doe, very still pretty, very, very innocent looking, but knowing that she's crazy on the other end, and now even realize now that it's kind of manufactured. It's not it's anything that really happened, but we see it because that's where they make us believe.
Yep.
So I mean, that's the whole other side of the show was about Sophia today. I mean, in Penguin. So it's almost like there are two parallel ships, going somewhere. And in this episode, really start to see how their relationship has always intersected, and seeing what happened between them, and then her asking those questions like, so do you feel sad? Do you have any remorse or any of that stuff? And once again, I feel like Oz, his emotional, I don't think he was playing her. I don't think you can come up with those type of emotions unless you really felt that way. Like, yes, I know I used you. Yes, I do. Would I go back and do it? Probably not. I probably still do it, but I had to. But I did not. Do I regret it? Yes, I do regret it, but I'll still do it. Like he was very honest in the way he said it. And because he was honest, I feel like she believed him. But it seems like there's still something else there.
Yeah, she knows. Because she knows what he did.
Yep.
I don't know how she knows, but she knows.
I don't know if she knows that, or does she have feelings for him?
I don't think
she
I don't
does.
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe
Because it's little things like, so like when the penguin's girlfriend was there, you know, the way she looked at her, she followed her a little bit, and the camera showed her doing that. Didn't say anything that she had those things, but the way the camera followed her was like giving us, you know, foreshadowing that she will have that issue with her. She will kill her in future episodes because of it. You know, not just because of anything, but because of the
perp.
What's up, perp?
Perp.
But just the feeling that they're having. They have a connection, and I think that we're gonna find out that the connection of him being her driver was more than that. Not necessarily boyfriend, girlfriend, romantic, but just there was a specific connection between them that's what made the betrayal even worse.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we find this out in episode 5. Not 4, but 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the next episode is gonna be a lot of the fallout of what happened at the end of this episode. So well. But yeah. So Sophia was, I think, really she's like Brandman said, she's so freaking good, you know, in this one. You know, from all the comedies to now doing this, it's great. I think I put something on Threads where like there's a picture of her in like a really like silver dress that's like high cut on the leg and stuff. And it was a poster for the show. And I put like, it was like, oh, I can fix her, you know, like you know. So what, because like, you know, she's like you said, very wide-eyed, kind of like innocent looking, but she has that reputation of being the hangman. And I love this episode is like I'm not that person, you know, but yet when she gets the opportunity to like
use it
to make people afraid, like she'll grab the handful of pasta and look like a crazy person, you know. So it's like she knows what her reputation holds, and she takes advantage of it, you know. Same thing like Penguin knows he's a rat, you know, like, and he knows everyone knows he's a rat, you know, so he takes advantage of that.
But it's almost like they're the same, two different sides of the same coin. They're doing the same thing. I mean, even the idea that this whole Bliss idea came from what they gave them in Arkham, right? And then the story she told was a sealer, you know. The honesty really sells, makes you believe that this is really going to work out. And I think that's what's going to carry her a long way. So this episode was just really just so many layers of things. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was a good episode. You know, that's our thoughts for Penguin. We're really liking this show. It's really well done. It's a lot of fun. Even if you're not a fan of the Batman, I think if you just watch this as like a mob kind of show, you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of it. That's what HBO does, right? They do mob shows. But yeah, so that's our thoughts. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think about this episode so far. Make sure you hit that like button too, hit that subscribe button, and join us live every Monday when we talk about the Penguin. Plus on Thursdays when we talk about a bunch of other nerdy stuff and TV shows and movies, all that fun stuff. So appreciate all you guys coming in, checking us out on the replay. But if you are live, stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night.